here we go. Capability green. Entrance, first of all, through the side via Cutenho Road. And this is my first time going through here on foot, so I was all brand new to me, to be honest. And as you walk up, there's a sign that just basically says the park is managed and has security. But you know, it was comforting to see that, but I was also a bit worried because I thought, hold on a minute, am I going to get pulled up in a minute and someone's going to come and grab me, drag me up into a car and then just dash me at the police station? You know, in case I got halfway up and SEAL Team 7 rolled through, was not positive about that. As you can see, the route is very un-Luton, but I say that in the nicest way possible because it was refreshing to just kind of see
turn left onto Capability Green.
Nice environment, you know, and set the tone for what the rest of the park is most likely going to look like. So yeah, just take in the views, and when you visit here, you will see for yourself. This is me looking very summery, just ensuring I don't get profiled for any reason. Good stuff, you know, got to make sure you're on point. This is the first building I came to, which is the Regis, which is the property where remote workers can book meeting rooms, office space and hot desk. It was nice to finally actually see this sort of building up close. It's only something I've read about and seen. Yeah, been on their website quite a few times. So this part I found was quite, you know, American-y, very campusy, very campusy, which is essentially what it is. It's an enterprise business park, but it's like a campus. And I'm glad that the Huawei P30 Pro can really capture it in all its glory. Bearing in mind this isn't an ad, but it is my camera of choice. It's a great camera as well. All my videos recently have been shot with the Huawei P30 Pro. So I came up to the next entrance, which is for the David Lloyd Fitness. And David Lloyd's is a very good fitness club. It's got a high price point, and you know, it's got a great reputation. But I'm sure there's some very healthy people in there and around. Yeah. But moving on to more greenery and rows. I'm a big fan of, you know, greenery mixing with the concrete vibes. And the two of them do need to be in tandem. Definitely. You know, it's a bit of a juxtaposition. You know? I definitely prefer to have a mixture. That's the head office for Randstad. It's a very large company, Randstad. Nice to finally see where it is. And some very nice fountain views. The next property basically opposite it. I forget the name of the company for that one. I think I've got it in some later photos, which I'll show. But yes, there's a nice still. Some more stills of Capability Green. Next we have the pathway which leads deeper into Cap Green. Bearing in mind this is all man-made and designed to perfection, I truly cannot fault it at all. If this was my morning commute, I would always be approaching it with a sense of excitement and fulfillment every day. And surprisingly enough, I didn't have any hay fever when I was going through these areas, and maybe it was just that day's low pump count, but I thought to myself, you know what, I don't have any fear of these environments, these bushes. It's all good. Move on to some picturesque views of parts of Cap Green. Nice for wedding photos or a general photo shoot. Fountains in Luton are a bit of a contentious subject. They're well placed in Cap Green, but not in town centre, as people will remember from the past. But from up top here, you can see the new development, Luton, Luton, at Strawberry Star, Kimpton Road, being built, along with some really nice airport views. So great to visit, great to have a look. But moving back into different features of the area, there's some nice secluded outdoor seating where everybody can kind of sit and chill and meld together. Different companies, I'm sure, will just sort of happen upon each other, so it's probably great for networking, even when this environment is thriving. Yeah, nice and serene, definitely. Let's leave that nice little pathway. Let's have a little look at probably one of the more interesting views in Luton, especially as the fact that it's basically ever changing through the years. Everything in that background wasn't as it was probably 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Always changing. Always changing. The fact that the airport you can see from there and those developments at Kimpton Road, you just know that things are, when you come back to this view in another couple of years, it'll be different again. Right, so reaching the backtrack of the park, I personally think it's a great pathway, and then, which again, it's really well maintained. There is wildlife, it is buzzing, and I'm someone who doesn't really get enough, or doesn't have enough of an appreciation for wildlife. This is a bit of a nice mix. There's animals and habitats still happening, there's birds chirping and flying through. But it's still very much, man-made, and it's in that kind of mixture of society sort of thing. So I did find there to still be litter in places, which is not great, but it's obviously up to the parks team and the local businesses and the citizens who walk through to make an actual effort to highlight things and tackle whenever there's a spike or even any increase if they notice it. You've got to be active in these areas, and although Cap Green does a good job of it already, it's just something that has to be intentional and not happened upon. So final food photos of the backtrack, which leads you towards the Hampton by Hilton site near the Luton Airport Parkway and the Luton Dart, which is being built. That's Dart, D-A-R-T. To be honest, as you're making your way back through the park or travelling through, you do get a proper workout. There's so many steps, so many hills, up and down and all around. The heart rate, when I was going, I think my heart rate got to about 120, 130 BPM. Right, being in Capability Green, you can just hear that it's a completely different place. You know, the hustle and bustle is so quiet here. Obviously, it being a quiet place means that if an increasing number of people discover it, it will become less quiet, but it's nice to pass through and just see. Fair play, I can hear the springs going, so it's not that quiet, but it's so peaceful here in general. It is. I think it's just a park. Technically, you are allowed to go through here. The security cameras, so you're a bit more safe and secure, but it is open. You know. Then the sky right now is ridiculous. Let me show you some of the sky. So the timing of this walk on the way was the warmest summer evening at the start of August, and after taking in the sights, I knew it was time to wrap it up. There's plenty of walking routes, visuals and nature to satisfy your human needs for beauty, definitely. It's quiet enough to visit with some friends or loved ones and just have some quality time walking and talking. Bearing in mind I visited during a time where most are working from home, this was, to be honest, even more quiet than it would normally be. The environment you are in counts for so much, and after spending a short time walking through this awesome park, I did feel alive in certain ways. And so I think whether you're planning on working in Cap Green or you're just looking to walk through, I recommend it highly. Definitely.